pass a lady fair, whistle. Yoo-hoo! If she turns around and greets you with a very frigid air and goes, get away,
Get away,
get away.
get away.
If you're wise, you'll take the air. For the cops are on your trail and you'll be breaking rocks in jail for going.
Come on, give him the works.
My sweet out and sweet. Aha! Well, when you're riding in your flivver and you pass a lady fair, whistle. Yoo-hoo! If she
And a one fish, two fish. And a one fish, two fish. And a red fish, blue fish. And a one fish, two fish. And a red fish, blue fish. A red fish, two fish. And a red fish, blue fish. A red fish, two fish. And a red fish, blue fish. Okay, enough of that echo. We're on Twitch. go double check the sound on the YouTube. Bum, 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 bum. Seriously? 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 All right, we're good. All right, what are we doing tonight? We're working on stuff for the black line, little black dress. Yep, that's what we're doing. I made a little bit more progress. So I think we had last seen these shoes are still kind of just getting over for Marvelous Designer. I pretty much have them detailed out. So they're ready to be fitted to somebody. Oh, first things first. Let's migrate a command. Yo. It's still that time of year, Jet. Farrell. I know. I bundle up a lot during the winter. And welcome in, and thank you for letting me know the YouTube sounds fine. Yeah, so first things first, we're going to migrate another command today. Slowly but surely, we're going to leave Streamlabs behind in the dust. Yo, Charles is in the house. Thank you, Charles. What are we on today? I think I'm going to move the Atherin command today. So there we go. We've got our Atherin command over in Streamlabs. We're going to cut that. Copy that. Close. Freezing here as well, even though the temperature around the temps, it was actually in the 30s. But still, it's still above freezing. Our snow is slowly going away. But my buddy was letting me know that we're supposed to get a little bit of snow overnight. Boo. Hope. But then it's going to be like 40 on Saturday, so I don't know if I'm going to bother with the snow thrower or not tomorrow. We'll see what it looks like. Oh yeah, StreamerBot. We're going to go to StreamerBot. We're moving the Atherin command from Streamlabs to StreamerBot. That's what we're doing. What am I doing? Where is it? Actions and queues, actions. We have our Atherin action. So I'm going to add some stuff in here. Your snow is still piled up high. We definitely got more than twice previous winters. Actually, I feel like we got more snow this year, and probably mostly in one storm, but we had a bunch of good storms come through this year. Last year and the year before, hardly anything. Maybe even the year before that. But it kind of got caught up this year. It felt normal, but then again, the new normal, I guess, isn't too much snow, so I guess this was above normal now. I'm going to run over to, which is the one that's working? I think the Knapsmore command works. Can I copy these? Copy sub it. Can I get both of these? Twitch message, YouTube message. Okay, let's try that. We'll go over to Atherin. We'll add a Twitch message in here. YouTube. Actually, there's send message to channel. I lost it. It was on the clipboard and I lost it. Let's hope it keeps the flies away this summer. Well, at least there's that. You need to go. Catch you next time. Thanks for popping in. We'll catch you later. We'll do this. Copy that. Close. Come back over to here. Control V. Okay. Let's add the Twitch message. Is it Twitch channel? Is it Twitch chat? Send message to channel. I think that's it. I'm going to say okay to that. We'll pop back over here. We'll delete this command now. All right, Atherin command is gone. Let's see how it's working. I got it switched to timing. Okay, I think that one worked. I think I saw it go to both. I see the bot for both. Did it show up over in... I see it on Twitch. Did it actually show up on YouTube? I see it on YouTube, so I think we're good. Okay, so that one worked. All right, one more command down. Dozens and dozens of more to go, slowly but surely. So I'm going to put you back over there. We're going to... You know what? I'm going to set up this necklace in Marvelous Designer. I'm going to just take a thin strip, drape it around the neck, and use that to create a curve that we will then run our links and things across. So actually, and this is also will help me space it out so that it fits better. So it fits the dress. So in Marvelous Designer, we're just going to make a thin strip. I think I'm going to put a line right through the middle of it. Then when we export that to Blender, we're going to leave everything but the one line in the middle. That will get converted to a curve, and then we'll use that to run our links around. So file, open project. We should still be in the black line, and I want, you know what? I want one of those. And I'm going to try to set this so it sets up just above that. I think would be good. Anyhow, let's do this. Let's start off with 150. And I'm just going to make that like 5. And we'll say okay to that. And I'm just going to position this so it sits off to the side of the neck. Kind of do that. Let's do a little bit of sewing here. Excellent. I think this is going to be small. I want it to come down to around here. And that's just pretty much a choker, isn't it? So our solution is just going to be to add more. And actually, I'm going to freeze everything else because I don't need that all running around. And let's give Charles a shout out. I think I've already migrated the Charles command. I have to tweak the timing on that so they start with the sound. Not that it kills, not that's the worst thing in the world to have it start after the sound, but it might be a little cleaner just to have it start with the sound. All right, we're just going to take that down like that and see how far. Oh, I hate it when that happens. We're going to back up here just a little bit. So when I do that, it gets strangled on itself in a funny way. That's a little better. I think we still want a little bit more. And we're just moving these apart so that I think that's a bit better. Let's see if we can get it to stay up in here, just above, off the, and we'll just strengthen that up a little bit, so hold its shape a little bit more. I have a feeling I'm not using gravity. I think something like that'll be nice. I got a weird little kink right in here. I'm going to see if we can just smooth that out a little bit. Probably good. And I don't know. I'm going to tweak my offset on that just a little higher. Maybe not that high. That's too much. Why don't we try this? And you know, this has too much of an offset too. And let me freeze everything. I thought I did, but I wasn't paying attention, was I? Okay, Control K. Everything has been frozen. I think that length might be okay. I'm going to add like maybe 7 or 9 pearls on the front of this. So it's going to be a simple little kind of chain link. And then we'll just add some pearls, maybe a large one, and we'll make little smaller ones. Or maybe not. I think that'll be fine. I'm going to tweak the offset on that just a little bit so it's a little tighter. I'm going to make a material for this necklace, or we'll just call it chain. Chain for now. I got a little bit of overlap. You know, let's go ahead and merge these. That's all one happy piece. Okay, then what I'm going to do is we're going to save this as a garment, so I can then drop it on the Genesis yada yada. Is that the way I want to do this? Or do I want to... I'm thinking. I'm thinking this will be good. Yeah, let's just go ahead and export and see how this works out. And I don't think I'm going to save it on the Genesis 8. We'll just do for Genesis 9. And then I'll just fit it to Genesis 8. OBJ selected. We'll just say black line. Line chain. I think I typed chair, didn't I? I'm going to cancel that. We'll try this again. That says chain for sure. All right, let's pop back over to Blender. Let's import that. I'm just going to bring it into the shoe file. We'll zoom in on that. And can I select that? I think that's good. I should turn this to quads and then save it back out. I think we'll do that. I should just made it quads to begin with, but I forgot. Say la vie. Okay, export OBJ selected. We'll rewrite over chain. Pop back over to Blender. We'll get rid of that and we'll re-import. There we go. That's much better. Now I can run a loop cut through here. And I can kind of adjust where that gets placed. And Shift D, separate. And we can hide that. And now what I can do is I can convert this to a curve. What am I doing? Convert to. Somewhere in here it says convert to curve. Tab in, select all. We're going to smooth these out. Set spline type. I think we'll start with Bezier. And handle type automatic, so it's all nice and smooth. And then when we look at it like this, probably good. Then what I can do is I'm going to make a little link, and then we'll array that along here. My endpoint should be back here. But I can't tell for sure. One of these. We'll see how this goes. How big are chain links anyhow? We'll do some shopping at Amazon. I'm gonna have to sign out on my account though. All right, I have successfully signed out of Amazon. Neck chain for women. Does this have some sort of 1 millimeter? Whoa, that's small. I kind of like that idea though. I think I'm going to do something like that. I'm going to make a little link. It'll probably be a millimeter, and then we'll make it like 3 millimeters. And then we're going to array that along the curve. And I don't think I have to make it very complicated. I think I could just make a simple, and then a little sub D in Daz. We'll give it some shape. Then we'll put some little spheres on here. And do I want to put this, or do I want to just cheat and not have a, you know what? I think I'm going to put something detailed on there. We're going to put a little link here and a little cozy link, and I'll put a link here and it'll just snap across that. Maybe we'll do something like that. So we'll add a couple of little Taurus pieces. And I have an idea. Mine's not going to quite be like that. Mine's going to be similar to that. And then we'll put a Taurus here and connect it to the chain. And maybe I make the chain 2 millimeters. Here we go. And then maybe we make the... No, we'll make it 1.5 millimeters and I'll try 4. Anyhow, let's... I'm in edit mode. Let's get out of edit mode. Let's go Shift A. Let's go mesh. And I'm just going to make a cube. It's a big cube. We're going to make it a small cube. 0.0015. There we go. And why are you over there? Because that's where my 3D cursor lives. That's why. Okay, now I'm just inside. Right there. This is probably should be called buckle. It's left over from our previous project. Cube. We're going to call that link. And I'm going to come in here and we're going to scale X3. Maybe not that far. Scale X 2.5. Nope, I think 2. Scale X 2 should be good. Then we'll just scale on the Y manually. Like so. I select that face and I select that face. We're going to do a little inset. Just like you. Bridge the faces. And we're going to curve out these corners just a hair. So we're going to bevel those out. Like that. Should be good. So now I can array this to that. And you know what? This might be a little large looking. I'm not going to detail it more than this, I don't think. Because there's going to be hundreds of these. All right, let me see if I can remember how this works. We're going to want an array modifier. And I want to adjust that so the link is... So we're going to just do that X offset so that it just sits inside like that. And then we're going to rotate on the X by 90 degrees so that it does this. And I'm going to put a curve modifier in here. And we're going to put this on the curve and array this to the curve or something like that. I might have to go Google this again. And then it's just a matter of running that. You know what? I think I'm going to make that smaller. So you know what? 1 millimeter really wasn't that large looking. There we go. So I reckon we just scale. Tab out, come back up. And now I think I've made it too small. Although I do kind of like that. It is, yeah, a little bit. Tab in, back to here. Scale it up, tab out, back over here. Okay, it's not getting all the way around. I think maybe I'm just going to make that a tad larger. I think I'm going to live with that. I know there's a way to scale this to go all the way around, but I'm just going to kind of do that today. And we may add 1 or 2 more depending on how big my clasp ends up being. All right. So that's the basis of it. Then we're just going to put little spheres on here for the pearls. We're going to fit this against... Let's import in a Genesis. A Genesis 9. Just to make sure. Oh, you know, that looks teeny now, doesn't it? I think maybe I will make that a bit larger, or a bit smaller, or a bit larger. How are you looking? That's looking okay. Then it's just a matter of walking that in. Somewhere in here. And we're going to go look for necklace clasps. So shopping time at Amazon once more. Something like that. I have an idea what I'm looking for. I'll know it when I see it. Necklace clasps. One of these things. Or one of these. Does it actually show the size? It actually does show the size. So the whole thing is 12 millimeters by 0.43 mil. That's not right. So I'm gonna, yo, Rod, how are you doing today? I'm just gonna roughly model that out. We're gonna make sure it's about 12 from here to here when we get done. Actually, you know what? So how big are those? These measurements aren't right. 0.17 in an inch isn't 0.43 millimeters. That's wrong. 0.43 millimeters, 0.7 of an inch. 0.17 inches to millimeters. It's 4.3. That sounds a lot better. So I think I'm going to block out a little box. It's going to be like 12 by 4, and we're going to make our clasp fit that. So here, Shift A. Rod didn't get on the other. I have to tweak Rod's command. The other bot didn't catch it. Dangity dang it. Let's try this again. I had an error in that before. I think it went to Twitch, but I don't think it went to the YouTube. That's what our problem is. Joe's coming home tomorrow, and there is much rejoicing. I'm so glad to hear that. I hope she did get the recovery that she did need, though. But it is probably going to be good to have her home again. There's the rod. Have inquire, YouTube message, Twitch message. Oh, I know what my problem is. My YouTube message is too long. I got these backwards. I think. Maybe not. No, I did get you down. No, you are the YouTube message. Why are you not? Send using bot account. That looks good. I wonder if you're just being blocked because I say not safe for work or something in here. I'm still not seeing the did I get both bots? I think I did get both bots. You know, not safe for work may have triggered you too. That's what I'm thinking. Oh, no, wait. You did go through earlier. Never mind. I'm going insane in the membrane. That's all. Where's my Twitch? Did I get the message for Rod on Twitch? I did. I see Rod's shout out on Twitch. I see it on YouTube. Never mind. I think we're good. All right. Let's put that away. You did hear the music. Yeah, I'm just making sure the message goes to Twitch and YouTube. All right. I think we're good. I think we're good. I'm going to make a new cube. Mesh. Cube. I'm going to make you 0.012 or 12 millimeters. And the cube went over there. let's recenter. And we'll come in here. And I'm going to put you at 0.002. Put you at minus 0.002. I'm going to do that. Oh, where'd my YouTube go? There it is. You know what? I'm going to make these little rings. Which are going to be 4.3 millimeters. We'll do that. So, now let me put my cursor back. View, 3D cursor, back in the middle. Shift A. Torus. You know what? I'm going to say 36. Let's say 6. Major radius 0.002. Minor radius 0.0017. .00002. Make that a little bit larger. 0.0005. I think that'll do the trick. So we're going to have one there. And I'm going to match another one over here. Actually, I'm going to put you like right about there. All right, then I'm going to build this thing to clasp onto that. I do have proportional editing turned on. I don't need that here. Let's see how that shape is looking. All right, I'm going to curve out these corners. Then we're going to do a cutout over in here. I'm going to add a little fake pieces for this and for that. And you know what? We'll put a little piece that's kind of look like that. And that should be good to go. So we're going to select this, 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 and this. I'm going to bevel those. I'm going to bevel them like that. I think that's good. Let's put a cut in here. Oh, you know what? We need to do a little bit of work here. Did I put a cut through that? See, I accidentally put a cut in here. I don't need to do that. I need to separate these out is what I need to do. And then I can just work on this without interfering with those. All right, now I think I can put my loop cut into here. Maybe if I can just, yep. So I'm going to kind of do that. Then I'm going to kind of do an inset thing here on these faces and these faces. I selected more than I needed. Let's try that. Let's try it like that. That's good. Let's bridge those. And I need to adjust that a little bit. I'm getting there. I'm going to put a loop cut in the middle, and we're just going to bevel that out because I need a little bit more detail in there. And I think I kind of need to do the same thing with you, probably. I need to put some cuts in here. I'm going to pull what I'm going to do, I'm going to get rid of I'm thinking. Oh, I know what I can do. I think I'm going to lose those. I think I want to slide you. You know, I think I'm going to just lose these too. That's probably going to be good. Then we can slide these edges down. I need to put a loop cut in here somewhere, and then I need to seal these off. Likewise, I want to seal these off. I need me a loop cut through here. I think I want to space these out. I'll use a G-stretch for that. I think by default, if I do G-stretch, spread evenly. You did not spread evenly. Why did you not spread evenly? Almost as if I got another point or something in there. Yeah, I had expected that to be in the middle. But no, it didn't do that. Anyhow, I'm going to pull. I think this whole thing is probably a little large still. I think that might be good. All right, so that comes out like so. I'm going to curve out this and this. I went too far on that. That'll probably be good. Then I need to pull a little tab out of here, kind of like that. So I'm going to put a little loop cut in here, so I can then pull this out, and we'll round that off. I think I want this a little further back. All right, that roughly gives me what I'm looking for. For extra detail, I can add the little things that come off the back and go around this loop here. You know what, I can probably just, where are you guys? I have something in here that says torus. Oh no, you probably say cube. I'm going to hide you for just a second. So that we can pull. There, that's good. Now I can see what I'm doing. So I'm just going to extrude that like so. Pull these edges back. And I can try to, what do I want to do? Maybe put a bevel on here. Maybe we'll kick the bevel up a little bit more than that. I'll switch it to absolute. I always have a problem with bevels on these things. That might be okay. And then I'll just sub D over in Daz. All right, so I think this is what I'm going to go with here. So our next problem, you know, we'll just join those together, and we'll just put that into the back, and we'll try to line that up with some links, and then we'll add some pearls to that. And then I'm also going to quickly, the bracelet should go a lot easier than this. That's just doesn't have a connector on it. So I want to work this into here. These are obviously too big, I think. I should have made those smaller. This whole thing could be a little smaller, but I might swap those out with thinner pieces. Because I kind of need, and I got this backwards. So I kind of want that one to line up there. And this one to line up in here. So I think I'm going to swap those out with smaller toruses. We're just going to make the inner. Actually, we're going to make them a little bit smaller, and we'll make them a little bit narrower. And I can just do that. Am I in edit mode? I'm in object mode. I'm now in edit mode, so now I can just add these. Shift A, is that what we want to do? Torus. And also here, I can tweak. I thought 32 is a bit much, and I think maybe we'll go with 8 on that. And the major radius, we're going to make that a little smaller. And I have no idea where you went. Oh, you're all the way. Dang. I'm inside now. See, that's thinner. I can get that into this link here. We'll get rid of this one. Oh, look at how nice that fits now. I'm going to leave it a little loose like that, I think. We'll get rid of. I want to center that up maybe a little bit better. And then we can center that up a little better like so. This will come over to here. Probably going to live with that. Except we'll probably just rotate it just a hair. Kind of like that. Should be good. Do I want to make... Nah, it looks about right. I'm thinking making this longer, but nah. I think we'll live with that. Now I just want to add some pearls to this. I don't know. What size? Price of pearls by size. You know what? We'll do this. Typical pearl sizes. 5 to 10 millimeters for jewelry, with 7 to 8 being the most common. Standard size. Sizes vary by type. Akoya, 6 to 8. Freshwater, 5 to 13. Tahitian South Sea, 8 to 16. Larger pearls greater than 10 millimeters are rarer, more valuable, and considered luxury, while small are popular for beginners or petite sizes. 8 it is. We'll do 8. We'll try that. Control A. Shift A. Where am I? I'm in edit mode. Tab. Shift A. Mesh. Yeah, I guess a UV sphere. Radius 0.004. We'll rotate. We'll rotate it 90 by the Y. Letting you know ahead of time you're going to be spinning it. All right, thanks for being here, Charles. Appreciate it when you can be here, man. But I get it. All right, let's see how this works out. That might work out. I might need to pull the whole necklace out a little bit further. Now, do I want to actually just put a hole in here? You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to pull these verts. That one, and this one. Like that. I'm not going to bother putting another, so we just put a little, then I just make a couple of, we'll put maybe 3 more along here, and I might make those a little smaller. And then I think I'll just mirror those, and then we'll adjust them. So let me Shift D that. And scale 0.9. We'll adjust the sizing on these in a little bit. And Shift D, put another one there. And Shift D, put another one there. You know what? I'm just going to do a Control J on those. And I'm going to be lazy, and we'll just put a mirror modifier on here, and we'll apply that. You know what? I should Shift A. Nope, I should Shift A, all transforms, so it does that. Probably good. Oh, you know what? Let's just apply. So I'm kind of looking where that is. Yeah, that's about right. Does that line up? Almost. Not too shabby. Put that right about in there. Line that up somewhere about like so. You could be rotated a little better. That's probably good enough. First off, you need to be back here. Probably good enough. Probably gonna be fine. Okay, I think that's looking good. My other option is I could make it and then I could run them along the array and then we can delete some off. So that's plan B. Of course, I'm not going to line them up on the, or actually I could, it'll probably line up on the dots easier that way too. So let's try plan B. The shift A, mesh, UV sphere, probably good. Come down here. Look at it from the front. Let's rotate. And I could have done that from over there. I'm going to put the divots in it. Like we did last time. Basically, we'll just grab these. Just scale them in like that. Then what I think I can do is we'll do the array and the curve thing. And you know what? I might actually get this. I should have done this in the first place. Generate array. Oh, you're going the wrong way because I have to do that. And what we're going to do is we're going to change our X offset to something like that. And we'll adjust that. Now we'll add the curve. And then we'll run along that curve. And I'll kind of adjust it so that it centers up. And then what we can do is convert that to mesh and delete it. And it should line up on the links better than what I did by hand. So what are we doing? Deform curve, that's what I'm doing. And I'm going to run you across through there. And I probably need to touch up that curve so that they don't cut through like that. Or I just make them a little bit smaller. Anyhow, where's the array? So then we can just array those out like that. Oh, you know what? That lines up really nice. And then when I convert it to mesh, I can delete a few of these off the top and leave the rest of them in place. And I might make these just a little bit smaller. Yep, that's totally totally the better solution. So we're just going to kill that. We're going to tab in and scale you just a hair down. And now my offset needs to be adjusted or something probably. Because I probably, oh yeah, I still have one in the center. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, I'm going to keep that, and then we'll just delete these to here. And then I can combine those with that. So let's give some materials here. Necklace. Maybe we try that without the cap long again. Necklace underscore links. Necklace. Actually, I can do this here. Clasp. Pearls. So that's going to be clasp. Did I not add? Oh, I did that thing again. All right, that's good. What happened to necklace underscore pearls? All right, I think it's good. So let's convert that to a mesh. Tab in. Oops. We'll convert you. Now I can tab in, and we're going to select that, and that. I think we'll go with that. Let's see how this looks. I'm going to export it out. Let's combine it all. Let's convert you to a curve. Can I do that here? Convert to curve. That did not convert to curve. I'll convert to mesh. I can just apply and apply. Add it to that. That to that. Let's go into UV editing. 3AU. You know, I'm just going to do smart projection. I'm going to add the bracelet in on this next. So let's do that. This bracelet's we're just gonna use the link and the pearls over again, and we'll just run them along the wrists here. I should have, you know what, I'm gonna put a little bit of a mesh on here. We'll do a shrink wrap. We'll make a curve out of that. Size it up. Put the I have to redo my, I should have, I don't have a copy of my link, do I? I gotta remake my link. Dangity dang it. I should have copied that before. You know what? We're going to back up a little bit here. There we go. I'm going to make a copy of that. I'm going to go back a little further. No, those are fine. That I can easily make up again. Okay. I'm going to make a copy of the link. I think I've tried to. I'm probably in edit mode or something. Now I can take this and apply and apply. Oh man, I got those out of order. All right, that's good. That's good. Okay. Let's do a cylinder. Let's do 16. I'm going to get rid of the top and the bottom. I think there were options for that. This is good. I'm going to put a shrink wrap on this and get it to fit to the arm a little better. Or actually maybe we can get a little bit closer still. We'll try putting you in here. Probably good. We'll set our offset to be, what am I using? Like 8mm pearls. So I did the shrink wrap 0.00, and we were using slightly larger than 8, so actually, or slightly smaller, but I'll make this, and those should be able to fit in there kind of nicely. And then we can just apply that, delete this. Convert that to a curve in here. Do I right click and set spline type to be Bezier, and then handle type to be automatic? Probably. That looks good. Then I can just come back to this link here, add an array modifier, add a curve modifier. What are you? Your cylinder. What are you guys? You know what? I put my ray thing on the wrong doohickey. I want to do it on this. Generate rate, deform curve. Apply you to cylinder. Something's off here. Apply all transforms on that. You're looking a little off, dude. What's going on with you? Why you look so weird? Oh my gosh, you are weirdly deformed. Linko wants a curve. What do you mean Linko wants a curve? I screwed up that pretty good, didn't I? I totally confused myself. You look fine. So why is it when I come over here, you're getting weirdly deformed? I'm confused. Something to do with my curve? Is my curve goofy AF? I did that wrong. Yeah. Let's do just a cert. There, let's just try this. I'm confused. I have totally confused myself. All right, let's try this. Oh, I put modifiers on here. That's what I did last time too. Generate array. Deform to a curve. I'm going to choose that one. Okay, that's looking fine. Bring you back, rotate you 90 degrees. Tap out, zoom in, and then I just got to get this to run around. Whee! And we'll see if we can tweak this into here. That works. Nice. All right, let's put some pearls around it. I don't think I wanted X rotation of 90. Didn't I just make a sphere? I guess I didn't. I thought I had, and I must have undone it or something. Okay, same drill. Add an array and put it on a curve. Generate array. I'm going to offset that somewhere around in there. And deform to a curve. We're going to go with Bezier. And then we'll just tweak the array. And I'm going to tweak the offset to space these out a little bit more. Idea is to try to get that to look kind of like that, and we'll just do it with this till it looks like that. And I think I'm good. I think that's going to be fine. Can I just Control J you guys together? Nope, I should we should apply all the modifiers first. And then we'll put a mirror modifier on it. Let's see, I think first we do the array, then we do the curve. And then we do the same thing here. First apply the array, then apply the curve. Excellent. Let's control the, actually, let's give these materials. And we'll do the same thing. We'll just give necklace pearls to that. Necklace links to that. Join those two together. We use a mirror modifier on here. Looking good. We'll apply that. We'll select this. So actually, let's join all of these together. Dang it. We'll add these and that. Go to UV editing. I'll just smart unwrap all of that. Looking good. I probably should add a pearl earring too. Maybe we just do a stud. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Nope. All right, just before here. White 90. You know what? I think I'm just going to leave it like that. Is good. I'm going to pull this out. And I'm just going to pull a simple stud out of here. We'll just line it up on the ear. So I think I'm going to just do that. Do this. Do this. Add a new material. Assign it to that. And I'm just going to line this up on one ear. What is the edge split or something? Edge split, that's it. I like that. All right, that's good. Maybe we'll make these pearls a little bit larger. Yeah, I think that'll be good. Probably fine. All right, let's put a mirror modifier on that. So let's make sure we do that. Then we put a mirror on here. Is good. Apply that. Select this. This. All good. Probably fine. So I think we're going to save this 1, 2, 3, 4. So export black line necklace G9. That's the right side. Or bracelet. Bracelet R G9. Let's do that again because I forgot to click on that. All right, that's going to be bracelet left. Those are the earrings. That's the necklace. I should probably do earring left and earring right. Yeah, we're actually going to do it that way. So we're going to go back to the earrings and break them apart too. It's just easier for rigging just to do them separately. So it'll be earring L. Oops. Earring R. All right, let's rig this up in DAZ and get it saved, and then we'll see how nicely it converts to something else. I might have to just do a little reshaping and do them separately for the other one. Genesis 8. We'll see how this goes. Did I not start DAZ? And if I've got any time left over, we can rig the shoes, but I don't think so. I think 20 minutes will be just enough time to... Why is DAZ not launching? Well, there it is. I forgot to get a drink. Oh no. And my butt's already sore. Okay, let's put that there. All right, so we have the dress. Oh, and I did get the Parian outfit submitted to DAZ today. So that's out of the way, so I can focus on the black line dress now. And Saturday, maybe we'll start the next outfit. I'm not sure. Maybe it should be the trench coat, or I'm thinking sporty underwear. I don't know. It was sporty underwear wasn't even on the list. So maybe not sporty underwear. I don't know. Import. Bracelet left. That came in the wrong size. I still had a weird scaling option going on. So we'll do this again. That's not what I wanted. All right. That needs to be 1,000. This is scaled for 10,000. 2, 3. That's better. So we got that in. Got that in. Got that in. That was the left one. That's the right one. And there's the necklace. Okay. Now we just run the transfer tools. I'm actually, these are going to be props, and we're just going to stick them to the ears with rigid follow nodes. This is going to be a rigged object, so we'll go ahead and run the transfer tool on that. So Genesis 9, necklace. You're just going to be a bodysuit type template. Rig that. That's more floater. Genesis 9. Bracelet right. Bodysuit tight. Genesis 9. Bracelet left. Bodysuit tight. All right, I'm going to save. We can start saving things. These are going to get parented to the head, but for right now, I'm just going to save them like this. All right, where am I? I'm in the parent outfit, of course. Projects. Dresses, black line, people, Genesis 9, clothing. And right here, this is going to be earring, right? Earring R. We'll do that. And you're the black line dress. I'm going to just set you as an accessory. Head, ear, right? Accept that. Save that one out. Earring left. All right, you are a black line. You are an accessory head. Follower, accessory, head, ear, left. Okay, I'm going to do some rudimentary material setups for these figures before I save them. I'm just going to apply simple links, clasp, links. I'm just going to put a simple gold on here. Where's my glossy roughness? Oh, you know what? Let's put the generic shaders on here first. There we go. That makes it easier. Now I know what I'm doing. I'm going to tweak the pearls in a second. But first, so the base color is just going to be gold. Is that where I want you? Probably in there's good. Glossy roughness. We're going to make you super shiny. Then we're going to tweak the pearls. We'll just make the pearls white. And by white, I say we'll make them light gray. We'll take the metallicity off. And I'm going to probably play around with trying to get some sort of cool pearl effect on there if I can. All right, so this is ready to probably be saved. Yo, DJ Ray, it is. It's chocolate mint day. Happy chocolate mint day, Ray. I'm making jewelry. This will go with the dress that I'm working on currently. Accessory neck. There we go. This is the dress that this goes with. And I have the bracelets. We're saving those out now. That is the right bracelet. Bracelet right. Black line dress. You are an accessory arm right. Wrist. There's bracelet left. Did I have it selected? I can't tell. I did have it selected. Excellent. Right there, bracelet left. And you are an accessory arm, something, something, something. Accessory arm, left wrist. Unicorn cakes. There's a novel idea. Okay, I'm going to set up the earrings and save those back out. So I got to load these in here and here. And I'm going to just put, just going to, so actually let's come over here. I got to do a little bit of surface touch up. All right, let's do that. Geometry assignment, create a rigid follow node. I've got the wrong thing selected, so we didn't want to do that. I want that selected. There we go. Node earring, right? Did I put an N in there? I did not put an N in there. All right. Switch over to here. Click right about there. Geometry assignment, create a rigid follow node for that. Node, earring, left. Looking good. Right, these get attached to the head. Actually, these get attached to the ears. We have ears in here. Actually, if I... Do the ears actually vanish? Not really. So you're basically just the head. You know what? We're just going to put you on the head. No, I'm going to put you on the ears. Or the head. It doesn't make any difference. It doesn't make any difference, I think. Because if I put it on the head, I should be fine. And then we're going to tweak these two things. So we're going to come in here to the rotations and just zero them all out. I want to do that in posing. Is good. All right, now we run over to parameters. Grab both of these. We are looking for visible, turn those off. Let's memorize those. Let's lock the selected nodes. Memorize that again. And we can take the earrings and attach them to the rigid follow nodes. I'm going to memorize those. Select that, and then we're going to save earrings as a wearable preset. We just want the earrings. which are, where did they go? They're here in the hip somewhere, aren't they? That's a hierarchical pose preset, damn it. I want a wearable preset. There we go. That's what I want. And we're just going to keep those nodes right there and uncheck everything else. Save, save, save. We are saving as we go. It's actually saved. This isn't saved, this main scene, but I got the parts saved. That's the important thing. I have 7 minutes. Let me see if I can put the shoes on. I'm going to hide you. I'm going to load in another one. We're going to run over here. We have shoes. I'm just going to double check my UV editing on those. Looks good. All right, I'm going to export the shoes out. Blackline heels. G9. Selected only. Export. This is good. Import the shoes here. Right there. Let's get these feet posed in. Somewhere about there. Maybe 30. Nope. Is it 35? Maybe 35. Maybe 32 was the right answer. Nope, I think 35 did the trick. No, it didn't. I get a little bit of that poking through. $34. I'm going to go with 34. Left, right. All right, let's save that as a foot pose. Somewhere in here, pose preset. There we go. Heels pose, G9. Check that. And what we're going to do is we're going to drill down to the parts we just want to save. Left foot and the right foot, and accept those. All right, Chris needs his PowerPoint with my shoe rigging instructions. Obviously, I haven't used it a little longer than... There it is, rigging shoes in DAZ Studio. There we go. All right, import shoes. Copy currently used hidden parameters. So we come over here, we say currently used, make a copy of those. I just do a print screen. Just so I can copy them that way. These are the numbers we're paying attention to over here. All right. Bake joint rotations, reset JCMs. Going to the rigging. Yo, digital deck. Hi. I was making jewelry and now I'm rigging shoes. I'm about to call it a day. I'm going to get these shoes rigged and then I'm going to call it a day. But I'll show off the jewelry and the dress before we go. So I'm making a little black dress that I'm calling Blackline. And I've added a necklace, earrings, and bracelets, and I'm rigging the shoes right now. And I'm in the middle of that. So what am I doing again? Right click, edit, bake joint rotations. I got to reset these JCMs to these numbers. 52, 2.3, 52.3, 56.7, 56.7, 56.7. Okay, we're good. Reset. Use the transfer utility. Okay, transfer utility. We are going to do this Genesis 2 here with these shoes. And accept that. 0 the JCMs on the shoes. So set these to 0. These are the instructions I got. You think I would memorize them after doing dozens and dozens of shoes, but nope. Reverse the Genesis pose. So this is our broken Genesis. We're going to swap it out, but what I'm going to do is, I think it was 34 and 34. So left foot, we're going to bend that minus 34. And then we're going to bend the toes 34. Like that. And then we're going to mirror that to the other side. Oops. There we go. Okay, now touch up weight maps. I'm going to skip that. Export shoes. That's where we are right now. We're going to export the shoes. Here are my export. I'm going to put you over here. I'm going to not overwrite those because I need those. And that's going to be O2. So I save that. So these are basically the shoes, kind of like they look like. Unposed is what we've kind of done here. Okay, so I'm going to hide you. I'm going to bring the other one back. Now I'm going to rig those shoes to this figure. So import the O2 shoes. Use the transfer utility to convert that. And we are going to use this Genesis right here with these shoes right there. I can use a projection template this time. Footwear. Accept that. All right, we're going to pose. This will be pretty close, but I will clean it up just a little bit. Okay, so now what we do is we're going to reload the shoes back in as a morph target. Resave this out again. And I probably still need to touch up the weight maps, but we're getting pretty close to rigged heels. I've got the wrong thing selected. I want to select those heels there. I'm going to change your name. We're going to get rid of that O2 there. Yeah, I know. There's something already called that in here. Load in the morph file of the good shape. Which is this one here that says heels. Accept that. Say OK. Come over here and look for that morph. So we dial that back in and it cleans up the shape a little bit. So now I'm going to reset you. I've got the wrong thing selected, don't I? I'm going to reset you. We're going to re-export the shoes out again. Then I'm going to update the geometry, and I should be pretty close. A little closer than it even was. Export. I'm just going to overwrite that O2 because I don't need those anymore. Should be good. Okay, then we reset the shoes, update the geometry with that, and accept that, and it should be, and that should be good. And now when we pose it, it should be even better. And I posed the shoes. There we go. I'm pretty close. And then we're going to save that out. And those are going to be the shoes. That'll go with the rest of the outfit. Oh, there's the rest of the outfit. We've got our earrings. We've got our necklace. We've got our little bracelets. It's coming along nicely. Let me save the shoes and we're going to call it a night. Black line heels. Is that right? I'm going to make an adjustment here. I should have did this with the other stuff. No, edit scene identifier. I'm going to just get rid of this garbage here. Also, I'm going to take that G9 off. Accept that. All right. I still am going to delete some toes in there too, I think. This is just black line heels. And your black line dress. And this is this. And your footwear still. And we are good. So, making progress. This is kind of where we are for the day. Oops. So now I just have to get the bracelet, the necklace, the earrings, and the shoes over to Genesis 8. Yeah, but with that, it's past 9 o'clock, so let's find somebody to raid. DJ Ray may be on, so maybe we raid DJ Ray. Digital Deck, good to see you. Thanks for popping in. I think Rod Shelley may still be here, and we are hoping that Joe gets to come home tomorrow. So yay to that. Let's see who's on the Twitch right now. So I'm going to go to my follow list. I'm going to work my way up. I just did Raid Ray, I think, the other night. Ooh, Bad Tooth Records is on. I haven't caught Bad Tooth Records in a couple of days. Dan, aka Bad Tooth Records, or Dr. DK, as he likes to say. So we're gonna go hang over there. He does Americana trash. Super cool guy. If you can stick around for the raid, if there's anybody here on Twitch, that would be cool. So let's do that. Here, we'll do this first. Hey, feel free to join the Discord. Also, feel free to check out my store over at Daz. And Rod, yeah, catch you Saturday, man. And tell Joe that we're rooting for her. And then let's do this. Let's slash this. We have raid calls. If you're not a subscriber, you can use this raid call. If you are a subscriber, and this is just for Twitch. Sorry, my good friends over on YouTube. There's the sub raid call. If you're on YouTube, like and subscribe. That would be awesome. If you're on Twitch, though, you can get to hang around and join the raid if you care to. And let's go over and say hi to Dan, Dr. DK, aka Bad Tooth Records. And I appreciate everybody being here. I hope you all have a good rest of a Thursday or Friday for those of you on the happy side of the planet. And yeah, with that, hasta la vista, baby.